They say they're good for you, but maybe they're just jealous little fruits. Good morning. It's Prospector Show on Rock 107. Kate, do you like bananas?
Very much so, yes.
Really?
Yeah.
All right, I do not, but you might want, do you ever put them in a smoothie?
All the time.
You may want to reconsider that.
What? Why?
Yeah. A study in the journal Food and Function found that adding a banana can decrease your smoothie's nutritional value.
Huh.
Yeah. It prevents your body from absorbing a type of antioxidants called flavonols.
What? How? What?
There's a very specific enzyme in bananas called PPO. It's the enzyme that causes fruit to turn brown.
Okay.
Think about how fast your bananas go brown, right?
I know. I have two in my bowl right now that are brown.
The PPO works so fast, it breaks down the flavonols so fast that they actually don't get into your bloodstream.
Oh, no. That's rough.
The difference, incredibly drastic. They found that adding a banana to your smoothie reduces the nutritional value you absorb by, you might want to sit down for this, 84%. So you put all this stuff into the smoothie, and you're thinking, I'm going to be so great, nutritional. 16% of that's what you're getting.
Talk about a nutrient heist.
Now, the effects were most drastic when you added one to a smoothie with lots of berries in it. So if you load your smoothie up with raspberries, blueberries, or blackberries, leave the banana out.
I don't even know how to feel about this. Talk about a smoothie saboteur. I guess it's better to have one as a snack on its own then?
Later on, you want to have the banana as a snack on its own because it's not going to eat into its own self and all that stuff.
I am floored. Oh, my gosh.
The smoothies, like when I do, and I haven't had them in years, but it's peanut butter and chocolate, so I don't care. My smoothies aren't healthy. Bananas, to me, they're divas of the fruit world. They're doing this on purpose. They're like, oh, you wanted antioxidants? Too bad. I'm going to lie here in your smoothie, and I'm going to turn it into a mushy brown mess. I'm going to steal the show. They're like the only fruit that matters. I mean, come on, banana. You're not even a berry. You're just a long, yellow, weird-looking ego trip.
Breaking the news that's already broken. It's time for Prospector's Briefs on Rock 107.
Scientists say Jupiter was once twice its current size. Now all the other planets are accused of being on Ozempic. Morrissey turned 66 today. Cancel it halfway through. The NFL will let players participate in flag football at the 2028 Olympics. Patrick Mahomes has agreed to play as long as the refs don't let opposing players pull his flag too hard.
Making sure breaking news stays broken. Tune in tomorrow for Prospector's Briefs on Rock 107.
Imagine you could do it. Imagine you could cast a curse on your enemy, but only a minor one, a minor inconvenience, just something that makes their day just a teeny little bit harder. It's Prospector Show on Rock 107, and Kate, what would you choose? What would you pick?
I would say that you would leave your wallet at home every time you went out.
There's so many options here. Shoelace always comes untied. That would drive me out of my mind. A phone auto-correcting the wrong word every time, which you just experienced.
Literally a half hour ago.
I would curse them with a constantly itchy backside. Yeah, that's what we're looking for this morning. We want to know what your minor curse, that minor inconvenience that you would curse your enemy with would be. That's what we're looking for on the Rock Lines, on text, and on social media.
Yeah, on your Twitter, Stephanie said, batteries in all your devices go dead.
Yeah, that would be terrible. Happens all at once, you're doomed. Got another one here on the Rock Lines, checking in with Dave on he's rocking on the job. What do you got?
How about if we make people leave their car keys on their counter every time they go out to get in their car in the morning?
I'd say that's enough to drive somebody a little crazy. That might even be above a minor inconvenience. But no matter what they do, car keys, they're forgetting them.
No matter what they do.
I mean, that's not bad.
Yeah, I don't even know where my keys are half the time anyway.
Okay.
A guy from your Twitter said, can't ever find the remote control.
All right, that's not bad. I got one in on the text, texted in the Rock Lines at 1-888-ROCK-107. Having socks that falls into your shoe all day.
Didn't that happen to you earlier?
I took my socks off because of it. That's how mad I got about it. About an hour ago, my socks came flying off my feet.
Dan from your Instagram said, there's a tiny pebble in the USB port, so it doesn't go in either way.
I thought you were going to say in your shoe, and I'm going to say we're obsessed with shoes, but in your USB port, that's pretty awesome,
that's
too.
Bad.
Open mic on the Rock 107 app. We're looking for your minor inconveniences. If you could curse your enemies with something minor, what would it be?
Every time they try to put on a sock, it turns inside out.
Okay.
I don't like that one.
Somehow we're obsessed with feet here today.
Gross.
All
well,
right.
This is an image that I wish I didn't have in my head, but Chris from your Facebook says, no matter how much you shake it, you always get the last few drops in your pants.
Oh, that's terrible.
I didn't deserve that.
I got another texted in on the Rock Lines. You can never find the remote control for the TV.
Yeah, nightmare.
That's a good one.
Pam on your Twitter said a hair in their mouth that they can't get out.
Ooh.
That's awful.
That's a terrible feeling. That might be above the minor inconvenience. You have the power to curse your enemies, but only with a minor inconvenience. What do you choose in Rock 107?
Being stuck in traffic with raging diarrhea and a sneezing fit.
Well, all right, listen, you're going to have to pick one of those three, because that's, when you add them together, that's more than a minor inconvenience.
You take your pick. I'll let you do it.
I'm going to say the constant sneezing. What do you think,
Okay,
Kate?
that'll work.
Yeah, I'm picking
That'll
sneezing.
work.
All right, that's a good one.
Horrible.
All right, maybe it's a bad one, but it's good for our purpose of discussion.
Christina from your Facebook said smoke alarm, dead battery chirp, but in the middle of the night.
Another text, constantly empty ice trays.
No.
All right, one more curse, minor inconvenience you could curse your enemies with.
Chris from our TikTok said their car only turns left.
That's a nightmare. You aren't the only one who's sleep deprived. Everyone is, especially if you live in Norfolk, Virginia. Good morning, it's Prospector Show on Rock 107.
A research team used data from the Center for Disease Control to look into the sleep habits of people in 100 major cities.
Kate, then they put out a list of the most sleep-deprived cities in America, and number one, Norfolk, Virginia.
Don't be Norfolk, Virginia. We'll show you how with today's list of the top 5 guaranteed ways to get more sleep.
Here we go. Number 5, block any source of bright light, like a lamp, a window, or if you're Ryan Seacrest, your teeth.
Top 5 guaranteed ways to get more sleep. Number 4, exercise at least 20 minutes a day. Just threw that in there to see if you're paying attention. Now on to the realistic tips.
Number 3, do not watch TV in bed. Unless you're watching Major League Baseball, that'll put an insomniac to sleep.
Top 5 guaranteed ways to get more sleep. Number 2, relax before bed with a good book. Or that trash that becomes a Nicole Kidman miniseries.
And the number 1 guaranteed way to get more sleep, avoid alcohol, tobacco, caffeine, and electronics before bed. So basically become Amish. There you have it. So I came up with an idea, got a little more details on Andrew, and decided to call him and tell him the tickets he bought for the male dance review are in, but I can't get them to him. Let's see how he reacts. It's another Prospector prank call on Rock 107.
Hello?
Yeah, hi. I'm calling for Andrew Kosman.
Yeah, this is him.
Hey, this is Rick Johnson from Ticket Slam. We had a complication in delivery of your tickets for the Aussie Awesome Men of Down Under show Friday night. I want to see if I can make arrangements to make sure you get to see that, and or if you maybe want a will call or the tickets to your email, whatever.
I'm sorry, what ticket?
The male dance review, the Aussie Awesome Men from Down Under, they got returned to us. So we either need a correct email address or we can make arrangements for you to pick them up at will call.
Yeah, I didn't order those tickets.
Okay, we have Andrew Kosman, Cosman. Is that you?
Yeah, but I didn't order those tickets. I don't want to go to that, and I would have never ordered those.
Well, I mean, look, it's nothing to be ashamed of. It's a perfectly good show. I'm not
ashamed of it. I didn't order those tickets. I would never go to something like that.
Okay, well, we didn't get your name by accident, so maybe there's some confusion, okay? I just want you to know we don't track you. We don't share what tickets you're purchasing, so there's nothing to be embarrassed about.
I didn't order those tickets. I don't want to go to an Aussie.
Okay,
show.
You could call it that. It's a dance review, okay? It's really about the dance. Like I said, we're not judging. I just want to know, how do you want to get the tickets from here? How do I want to go?
I would like to confirm that I did not order those tickets.
Why?
And make sure that...
Well, why? Why is that so important? It seems like you're obsessed with that.
Well, I didn't do it.
Would you like to do will call, or would you like them delivered to the correct email?
Okay, I would like to do neither of those options. I don't want to see Australian dudes.
It seems like even if you didn't
of dancing, I didn't order these tickets.
Even if you didn't buy the tickets, how can you be so judgmental? I mean, now who's being judgmental? Look, let's start over. Okay, let's start over.
I don't want these tickets.
My name is Rick. Your name is Andrew. The Aussie Awesome Men from Down Under put on a great show. How about that? You just go and then post a pic on your Instagram.
Tickets. It's nothing to start over. I didn't order those tickets.
All the men after the show come out on stage. They take pictures with people that go. If you're willing to post a picture on your Instagram with one of the dancers and say what a great time you had, I'll refund your money. How about that?
You need to make sure that you refund my money. If there's a transaction in my bank account, 0 to 12.
I'm not here to argue with you, mate. If you're scared of seeing somebody who's in good shape, that's something you need to work out, okay? I'm not trying to fix
how about you make sure that there's no transactions in my bank account for these tickets that I didn't order. And if there's a transaction showing my account, that you're
Why are you
refunding
not
it.
interested in that?
Crazy. I'm not going to see Australian
Why are
dancing.
you're like the victim of a proxy.
Dude, I don't even know what that is, man. This is crazy. I didn't order those tickets.
Andrew, it's a prank call.
Wait a minute. Am I on the radio right now?
Yeah, man, it's a Prospector prank call. You're on Rock 107 right now.
Oh, my God. That's so ridiculous.
Yeah.
That's crazy. How'd you even get my name?
Your manager, Luis, called and said, emailed and said, hey, go ahead and give you a prank. And I wasn't sure if you'd want to go check out the Aussie Awesome Men from Down Under.
Yeah, I'm not going to show up to work tomorrow. Oh, my God.
And dare I ask what happened?
So I'm out on the Heritage Trail, Lackawanna Valley Heritage Trail, and I'm just trying to clear my head, enjoy the day, get a little exercise in, like a grown adult, try not to die from high cholesterol, and here comes a gang of kids. I swear there's like 8 or 9 of them coming straight at me, riding 4 and 5 across like the entire trail is theirs. It's just like a wall of puberty on bicycles as I'm on my bike coming the other direction.
So they're taking up the entire trail, like all the way across.
All the way across, just unsupervised, helmetless chaos. Like somebody said, all right, kids, go out and recreate the Tour de France, but fill it with adolescents and unsuspecting people who are walking the course.
So what was your move? What'd you do?
So I'm like an adult. I'm trying to be a good person. I scoot all the way to the edge like a respectful human being, hoping that one of these little sugar-fueled maniacs gets the memo. One of them sees me at the last second, that kind of thing. And I'm saying to them, oh, on your right. I'm like, hold up. And then finally, at the last second, one of them sees me, does just dives off to the side like he's taking a sniper shot and Saving Private Ryan, right? He's out of the way.
See, they're not all bad. They're
No.
trying to get out of your way.
Yeah, and look, they're not all bad, but the problem is the kid right behind him doesn't see a thing because they're riding 2 inches apart like synchronized nuts, and this kid slams right into me. His handlebar clips my forehand, so I have to jerk the handlebars. He wipes out. It's a total yard sale. One bike in one direction, his pride's in another. It's like somebody dropped a piñata full of bad decisions out on the trail.
Did you get hurt? Did the kid get hurt? Is everyone okay?
Luckily, no one was hurt. I had a cut and a nice bruise on my hand. He walked away unscathed, which is awesome. Here's the kicker, though. I stop. I help. I go to the kid. I'm like, hey, are you okay? And he's like, I think so. He's like, stand up, take a second, let the adrenaline wear off. I look at his bike, his chain's off, so I put his chain back on. A couple other people are stopped. What does his loyal little crew do? All the other kids he was riding with, they bolt. They're gone. Poof. Like someone yelled, do your chores, and they scattered or something.
Kids today, zero loyalty, just a bunch of self-absorbed bike-riding gremlins. Rather not get caught than help out their injured buddy.
And I look at the kid and I say, you know what, man? Remember this moment. Because the next time these clowns say they got your back, just know they left you on the ground, bike wheel spinning, not knowing if you were hurt, all to avoid maybe getting yelled at. It's not a biker gang full of kids. It's a pack of cowards on Huffies.
Life's pretty tough right now. There's plenty of bad news, but it's not all bad. It's time for the brighter side of Prospector on Rock 107.
A news anchor in Schenectady, New York, named Olivia Jackwith went into labor just before her morning newscast. It happened yesterday, and she still anchored the show. Her water broke at 4:15 a.m., and she was still on the air about 90 minutes later. She said her contractions weren't that close together, and she'd rather be at work than at the hospital. Haven't seen an update yet, but we wish her well.
Thanks. We needed that. The brighter side of Prospector on Rock 107. Ladies and gentlemen, grab the kids, call your neighbors, and gather around the radio.
It's now time to announce the winner of Prospector's Jam Bag of the Day, as decided by you at rock107.com.
We uncover the most baffling, ridiculous, pathetic, cockeyed, laughable, preposterous blunders in the world of misdeed. Nominee number 1.
You've probably heard the phrase, stick a fork in me, I'm done. Well, this woman was definitely not done. A 35-year-old woman in California named Christina Penson is facing 3 felony counts related to domestic violence arrest in March after she falsely imprisoned, threatened, and then attacked her elderly mother with a fork. It was just an attempted forking. She didn't actually stab the mother, though. It's unclear what they were arguing about, but police say Christina was furious. She allegedly spat at her mother, shoved her into a sofa, brandished the fork, and tried to stab her. The mother was able to hold her off and was not harmed. It is possible that drugs were involved. Christina is also facing charges from a previous unrelated arrest for being caught with an opium pipe.
Nominee number 2.
This guy must have been really happy just trying to break the sound barrier. A man was arrested early Sunday morning as deputies clocked him driving a Chevy Equinox at 118 miles per hour. The incident happened around 2:20 in the morning when he was observed traveling well over the speed limit. Upon stopping the driver, deputies determined he was under the influence of alcohol. His wife and young children were also passengers in the car at the time, and the oddest part may have been that he was smiling in his mugshot. Really? The man now faces charges for driving under the influence and child neglect.
And the winner is...
the elderly woman who threatened to fork her mother. You're the Yam Bag of the Day. And we'll move on to Friday's Yam Bag of the Week competition. Keep it here for all the nominees for Prospector's Yam Bag of the Week, Friday morning on Rock 107. Thanks for listening to Prospector's Prime Cuts podcast. Be sure to catch us live weekdays from 5:30 to 10 a.m. on Rock 107 or online at rock107.com or the Rock 107 app. A free download for your Android or iPhone. Subscribe to the podcast on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher Radio, or wherever you get your podcasts so you never miss Prospector's Prime Cuts.